Welcome to Factorio Megabase. My name is Nilaus and we are up to episode 6, and hopefully this episode will be super crisp because it is the second time I'm recording the entire thing. Why am I recording it again? Because Windows Update just reset my microphone settings and I did not check before going in that there was the equalizer on the microphone was actually active. So I'm looking at it and it looks like we have sound, and of course we do, because otherwise you wouldn't be listening to this right now. Well, the good thing is, hopefully I'll know what to do and it'll be sort of more stringent. First, I'd like to thank all the patrons who are supporting, and just to let anyone know that the way that this series works is that I will make an episode for each Templar of the Path or higher that is supporting the channel. And you can see in the lower left-hand corner at the start of the episode that who I am dedicating this episode to, and thank you very much for all the people who are supporting, and I hope that I can make all of this Megabase done before we run out. I don't know, but we'll see. And that's basically just sort of a way of thanking the patrons and yeah, integrating it into the Let's Play. Anyway, with that being said, let's talk about what we're going to do today. So we have our steel ready, we have our iron ready, we have a copper ready, we now also have the green circuits ready, and we're bringing all of it back here to the main base. And that's kind of how I always transition from normal base, starter base to megabase, by sort of replacing things. And then the idea is later on we'll replace, at the end we'll replace the science with a much higher throughput science build. So as you can see, we've replaced iron, steel, copper and green circuits. The next obvious thing is going to be the red circuits. As you can see here, it's working quite well at the current rate, and it's okay. But if we want to sort of gradually replace, we can do that. We could also say that we can make green science and red science with the stuff we have outside, but I don't really feel that's particularly important or valuable to do, so it won't really relieve us of anything. So let's work towards the red circuits. And we have the copper, we have the green, but we do not have the plastic, and that of course is the topic of today's build. What I want to do is I want to make, and here we have two ways of making it. We can either do the oil part here, or advanced processing, or we can do the liquefaction. And I'm going to do liquefaction for one reason. The reason is then we can get coal inbound, and that's it. Coal inbound, plastic out, that's it. One thing I should mention is that you also need water for all of this part, and there's something about that I'm not super happy about in the game, is that you can't just dig water out of the ground. I really think you should be able to, or at the very least something like you can dig it out from landfill. If you landfill something, you can unlandfill it afterwards. That would be like a good compromise. I know why they don't want to make us make water, because then we make moats, and then the pathing for biters gets messed up, and then since they can't jump or fly, then it just becomes horrible and people will complain about performance or trivial biters, and it's actually self-inflicted. Right, so that being said, I am going to get a lot of these, 120 of those, and we're going to get 16 of these. I just guessed some number, you know, you never know. And I'm going to get some of these. I think we'll get 20. Do we even have this? Yeah, we do. Nice. Do we have this? Oh, I have 15. I have 15 out of 16. There is no way that I'm going to wait. I'm definitely going to wait until that one comes in. And I'm also going to get a lot more piping. And I'm going to get there. And I'm also going to get a lot more piping here. That will be 400 maybe. It's going to be a bit of a pinch to see if we can have room for all of it. That does not need it. That should be better. Here, did we get all of this? Yep. All right, cool. All right, we got everything, right? So let's head out. We have prepared a location down here where I'm going to build it. Let's jump on in and have our building buddies somewhat ready nearby, because they are probably going to assist us in building it. And here, so what else? Okay, one more thing that we could do. We could take our green ones, they can go down here, just kind of fill this area out and make it sort of more square. I can send my spidertron out with the Beatrix. I want them to clear up the space here, because that's just something I do when having an idle moment. So let's do that here. All right, so as I said, we want to make this, and the reason why I've only assigned 2 squares instead of 3 squares as here. Here it's because there's stackers, trains, production. Here we can put the stackers and the trains together, and then only have one here for production. And the thing is, I only have coal inbound and plastic outbound, so I can't take this exact design. There we go, and start using it here. That's going to be an excellent place to start. Now it's really important. It's actually not going to be a problem because I'm not going to be building all of this yet. That one has to be changed immediately to coal, and then I also realized that that's not really a good indication, and it should be changed to that one. There. So now at least I won't have copper trains coming in here, and this will just be changed to a plastic outbound. Plastic stacks to 100, same as plates, so this value here is still going to be okay. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's true. And this value here is still going to be okay because it's the coal stacks to 50, just like the other thing does. There. Right. And now we can get all of that. Let's actually just get our building buddies to do the rest while I focus on the next design. So I'm going to go move over here. Now this thing, I find it annoying to build on top of this. So I'm going to do, are you ready? No, you're not ready. There. Whoop, it's gone. And what I did was this command, you don't need to type it out. Basically, you just Google Factorio Wiki console. Then you get to the console page with all the console commands. On that one, you can just search for remove, and there's one called remove nearby resources. This one basically says on the surface that I'm on, and a size 50 around my player, then do stuff, delete resource, destroy, do destroy, boom. That's it. And I've done that a few times for random things, and I think it's just convenient, so it doesn't sort of disrupt. Did that one not build there? Yeah. Okay, so what I want to do is now at this point I would normally be starting with design and that kind of thing. I like the new icon. But I gotta admit, this is an absolute horror to do. I have built my tileable, let's undo this one. This is my tileable liquefaction and I love it. It does have the disadvantage here. Each of these is consuming 45. So it consumes 45, and then the next part is, well, what are we going to do about the plastic? Because plastic also takes some coal, so I need to sort of balance it so that I don't consume too much of the coal for the liquefaction, that I don't have anything left for the plastic, and the other way around as well. And I did that, and it took a couple of hours, and I wasn't super happy about it. So I was super lucky to have a guy like Jeff S in the community. I am super lucky to have a guy like Jeff S in the community. Oh, that's funny. I pressed shift as like shift to pick it up, like it was playing Dyson Sphere Program. So speaking of, Jeff S has made a really cool design here. Look at how compact it is. And we're going to stamp it down, and I will stamp it down there. And build. So this is pretty advanced, so I will explain what it does and walk through every part of it so that you can, you're all up to date. But designing this, I'm sure it has taken several hours on top of the several hours I spent on doing my design that I wasn't really happy with. So adding it all together, yeah, it's a big effort to do these kind of designs. Let me just go back and grab some more stuff for our build. Actually, maybe... yeah, the buildertrons can do all the heavy lifting here. That was excellent. That was excellent. Love you guys. There we go. That makes it so much easier. All right, let's walk through what it does. We are getting... this is sort of what I always take. It takes 1.3 water. It takes 90 coal and 81 plastic. So it's actually almost 1-to-1 ratio. The plastic comes in here and gets prioritized for the plastic. That doesn't really matter. It'll self-balance eventually with which one you prioritized anyway. And there are a few quirks and kinks here. One of the kinks is that it comes out on the outside, and then the output from the plastic is going into a little box that's only basically there to sort of twist it around the corner, and then it puts in. So this one puts in on the north side of the belt, the closest belt, but since it's a splitter, it puts out on the north side of the closest and the furthest belt. Likewise, this one puts out on the farther side, that is the south side of the top belt, and because of the splitter, also there. So these two will actually fill up the belts evenly, and so will all of it. Now, there is no guarantee that there will be equal amounts of petroleum going into the top and the bottom, but over time it'll probably balance out. Let's continue with the coal, because that's the primary input. It goes in here, and then again it goes around the corner here and here, goes into the coal liquefaction. The coal liquefaction has another little kink and quirk here, and that is because the coal liquefaction both has an output and an input of heavy oil. You have to make sure that the heavy oil does not get processed into light oil, and until you've made sure that you have something filled up the input. So the way this is done in this case is that it sort of loops around, and then it has the choice of going out into the network or going back into the loop. If we look at it, like if things were working the way that I would imagine it working, then we're going to have, ignoring the productivity, we would have 90 coming out here. And then if we were splitting like 45 plus 45, that's how I would imagine it work. But that's not how pipes really work in this game. But if it was like that, then if it was like a splitter, then I would get 45 in here, easily saturating it, and the rest would flow out here until this one was full, and then the residual would flow out here. That is not exactly how liquids work, but it's still kind of how this works. So this one will guarantee that you don't dry them out by converting all of this. And yet there is even a second way of controlling it up here. It goes into a tank, and this tank has another condition that it does not pump out to the heavy oil cracking until there's at least 2000 in here. And now the way that pipes actually do work is that they will try to sort of even out between everything. And this is just a pipe segment that's very big, but if this one is 2000 out of 25, then it's at I don't know, 16%? No, less than 10%, 8%. Yeah, 8%. Then they will try to also maintain the same level in all of these pipes. So there's an equilibrium if there's no draw out of the system and no input into the system. Of course, there is input and output, but that means that even if there was nothing, it would still sort of have something here, and that would be pulling it out of this tank back into the network, making sure these got filled up first. But of course, it needs to be started. So this one is included, where you can just put in some barrels of heavy oil, and once that's done, it will kickstart it. There is one more kink and quirk here, is that at the end of the line for the coal, there is an overflow here, taking it up and going here, so that we need some kind of fuel to go in and turn the water into steam. That some kind of fuel is actually, in this case, it is it's going to prioritize using this one. You can see the priority up here, and it will be converting light oil into solid fuel, and that will be the priority here. But if until that happens, then it's going to be kickstarting it with coal. That's nice to actually build in a starter in here, and also for whatever reason, if this one isn't building or keeping up, which it is, but if it wasn't, then it would still switch back to using coal as backup power for the steam production. I think that's pretty damn cool feature to have. And then water comes in here. We'll deal with that later. So that is the blueprint. I am actually going to take these two out and get them just a bit further out there. And another big part of it, this is actually one of the design criteria, is that it must be tileable. It does have one thing that almost just made me cry, and that is the fact that it is not fitting inside of a city block. It's almost, so you can either move these two, or you can just accept it and skip to 2 beacons. That's what I'm going to do. That means the top one isn't quite going to make 81 plastic per second, but maybe it'll make like 79 or something. I think that's going to be fine. I don't really, no reason to cry about that. Or is there? Now, obviously, a lot of things are not going to be built here. We are missing like hundreds of of pipe segments, and we will go back and get that. But we have the buildertrons to help us with this yet. So this is now built. What I'm actually going to do, and I don't know if that's good. No, it's not a good idea. It's a bad idea, so don't do it. I wanted to consider if I should build pipes into the spidertrons, but I'm not. I am instead going back and grabbing some more. But first we can still do more stuff. Oh, right. That's actually problematic. Because this one wants to come in and refuel. So let's get that done. Oh, hello train. Hello train. Stop, 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 stop. Get all that, and get all that. You're stopping here. Good. Wait for me. Now, whew, if this is 81 for this part, that's almost 2 belts out. And it's definitely 2 belts in. So I need 2 belts in, 2 belts out. And I need to... There is no way that I can fit a balancer in here. But there's also no way that I'm not fitting in a balancer. So I'm going to go 1 back. That means I need to find a way to do this thing. That is completely useless, that one. Oh, now I get why that one was there. That's the one that actually brought it power. Right, so far so good. What I then need to do is get this one. Here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. Nope. That one. Kill that. Yes. There. Right. So that has to go all the way down to the furthest one. There. It just has to. And then we're definitely, as you can see, getting in trouble here. We'll just address it as we get in trouble. There. And that one. That makes sense, right? Yep. And you. There. So now we have the issue of that one. Should not be a big deal to do that. Yeah, it's not like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, but it gets the job done. All these 8 belts are now sneaking in here, and we then need to figure out how to get out again. There. And I would like this to be, if I have anything to say, to be right there. And then figure out if we have room for... Yeah, sure. There we go. Going up. That one. That one. And this is not gonna fit. But it will fit here. That means I need to go. There. Go, go. That one. And that one. Works perfectly. It's like I've done this before. I don't know. It seems it's just somehow just fit into place really nicely. It's like almost like I've done the exact same thing before, not 2 hours ago. Damn it. Not bitter, not at all. And oh yeah, that's crap, and that's crap as well. That should not be there. That one should actually be here. That would make so much more sense. And that also has to be here. And maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's actually fine because it'll never be there. Okay. I think this is better. Actually, they think this is perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means this one is good. Perfect. All right, so what have we done now? We have built this whole thing. We think that it works. We have addressed everything except we're missing some pipes, and we're missing some water, and we're missing some seed in here. So the water, let's go back and grab some more of... I don't need this as much anymore. Let's go back and grab some more pipes and some more. We have some pumps, but that's a different matter. So while we go back, I'm going to tell you that I'm a damn cheater. Well, what does that mean? That means that I think it's super annoying that you can't pump in anywhere out here. So what I'm going to do is I have added a mod that will be here called water fill. It basically allows you to, and go back with that one, and it goes pretty quick. Landfill, water fill. It basically allows you to make landfill, except it makes water instead. It's super fun when you place it underneath your character, because then you are dead. So let's not do that. Let's try not to do that. Let's not make any promises. And the way that it works, I can just make a little hack up here, for example. And this one will now make our new water fill, and it will put it into a little box out here. And that might be a bit much in terms of that. So let's just get 400 maybe. That's 2 stacks. There. And this will also make sure that here. So this is basically landfill, except it makes water. So hence the name water fill. I also don't think I need this anymore. Oops. And so that is one way that we do it, and you can do this to be super abusive and make moats around your world, and then biters can't reach, and that's not great. There. But that's not what I'm gonna do. That one also go away. I don't need that anymore. So we need this. We need to fill up on pipes. Yes. And then we can go back once we have a few of these. Was there another thing that I wanted to make? I don't know. Oh, right. There is another thing I want to make. Yes, barrels, because we also need barrels here. There. And that should be pretty easy to go there. And that one. This will be a barrel. And that one. Super fine. Actually, that's not the greatest way. I'd rather have it controlled by the logistic network as doing 100. Sweet. There. So we're making barrels, and the barrels will now go down here. And then we need to find probably just this point and start leaching this for some there. And that will be an input and an output, and a box there, and that one. And what do we have? We have requesting some barrels here. Let's get 40 of those, and also constrain this one to only have 40 of these available, because 40 is enough to kickstart the other one. So that should be pretty quick to get that done. Yep, we can just sit here and wait for that. And as we get, whoa, that's weird. How's that one a... okay, no mind. We'll do that and pick up a lot of junk. 40, we got it. Perfect. And up here we have to find the water fill. That one, how much we got? We have almost a full stack of 200. So let's wait for the 200, and there. Perfect. And we can now go back. Let's jump on back to our new location and finish that up. We also need to, of course, get some coal deposits to actually get everything up and running. It'll be a bit of an effort to do that, but we'll get it. We'll get it. Right. What else? That one. Okay, you're coming back. You're being repaired. You've actually just taken a nice chunk out of this. I think I need to sort of clear this way, because I'm going to tap this coal. And once I tap those two pieces of coal, then I will generate a lot more pollution up here. And they are kind of feisty. Oh, How are you not working? Oh, because in my oh no, don't do that. Eagerness, I forgot that I actually need to make a landfill first. Pfft. Silly me. And we are good. Ah, that's actually a really awkward place. There. All right, let's go out and build it. Oh, there's one more thing that isn't here. Obviously, this is why you can see this is not one of my blueprints. Very revealing. There are no lights. There. That's lights for that one. Give me lights. There. And up here as well. That one. Definitely not in there. That one, that one. Yeah, that's the lights we need. And probably another light over on that side. Cool. I'm gonna copy this part because it includes the lights. And then paste it. Good. Let's get the lights and whatever else is undone. Can't still be missing all of that, can I? I should have enough for everything, right? Yep, I got enough of everything. That is perfect. Nothing is not working. Right, and what we then do here is 10 plus 10 plus 10 and 10. So this one is now stacking up. It adds here, and you can see it goes down because it sort of gradually flows in here and fills up all of these, and then it finds some kind of equilibrium around here at very, very low content here. Yeah. I wonder if, since you're flying around, maybe there is actually a place that doesn't have the lights yet. Nope. That was weird. Alright, so now we come to the next part. The last part is the water fill part, where don't place it below you. And this is where you go to your to the comment section and you just start yelling, "Cheater! How can you learn anything from you if you're just cheating?" Well, I don't care because I am not going. See, the thing is, if I was piping this from anywhere else in the world, from the water, then, and if I didn't cut it out, then you would be like, "Ah, cut it out. It's boring to see 10 hours of you dragging pipes across the map." Exactly. It can be done. I'm just not gonna do it. So this is how you do it, and if you feel like it, you can very much just drag it from any body of water that you like, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this one. And getting trains with water in is not a great idea. In this case, this is consuming about 5,000 water. Like this was 1,300, so it's going to be 5,000 for the whole thing, 5,000 water per second. That means a full 181 train of water is 200,000, so it's going to be like 40 seconds. Every 40 seconds you need a train of water coming into every one of these. No, just no. That is insane, and we're not going to do that. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to focus on the coal and also focus on my good building buddies. They will come on over here and help out. And let me see what else is there. Oh yeah, these two needs to be changed their name because I want to reserve the correct name for what I want. I'll call these 1-4. These are the old ones that feed the old base. I'm not going to change that. I have no intention of doing that. This one needs to be cleared out. There. That one needs to clear out. That one needs to clear out. And that's just a lot of things to do. I think that we all know how to build a couple of these. I'm going to take this one because it's actually the other way. So that can be fitting in somewhere like this nicely. And then I am going to... Yeah, it also probably this one. So it can sort of not be on... Yep. I'm going to build that, and then we're ready to set up the next, set up the trains and see that it is actually working. And now the trains have not the trains, but the actual locations here have been built. This one is good, and I built another one down here, which is also good. And these will now just slowly fill up, and once they fill up, then we can assign a new train. I am going to head on back, and then we can design the train setup. Let's see. I think I'd actually like to park down here because that's where the business will happen. And in the meantime, while driving there, we can go up to these stations, and they will now be going from this location full until that location empty. These are the simplest schedules you could ever imagine. So for sometimes some people go like, oh, include your trains in your designs. Like, really? I mean, from full to empty? I'm sure you can do that. I'm sure. We'll just send them off. Yeah, it says none of them are available. They're all full. There, all of them are full, but at some point they will be they'll be starting to go out. I will send you back for replenishments, and that one. Oh yeah, that's true. Here we want to see that's 11K, and this is 12K. Okay, so that's definitely working. I'm gonna send you back because you're kind of in the way right now. And I think that this whole thing here is just going to work. Of course, we don't have the plastic train, but it's not really needed right now. And none of these trains are going. Let's see which one goes out first. But one of them should be going out really soon because there was... How much was it? It was 12,000 before. So one of them should reach 16,000 very, very shortly. Come on. Anytime now. Yes. I'm even going to follow you. There. And the other one will be coming shortly behind because the... Let's see. Yep, it's already leaving. Good. So we'll be just following the train along and seeing it load and seeing it unload, and hopefully with if I've done everything correctly, then it'll start making the plastic. It will be right is it 81 times 4, so 324. Yeah, 324 per second. That's quite a lot of plastic we're gonna get. So that is very handy, and it comes in here and gets loaded. How much do we have here? We have 21. Okay, so it actually fills up another 5,000 while it's just en route here. And the other one is being loaded as well. I wonder if the other ones are ready yet. Probably not. Nope, not yet. 15. Oh, it's so close. So close. We should be seeing this one soon. Turning on. We just want to see the first light coming on. There, lights on. And the two trains are coming in, the first train, and once it clears the signal there, the next train is coming in as well. And I can just, for the sake of completeness, make sure that I add some more trains so that for the next thing we want to build, we can do that. And actually that train will be going to plastic until full. It doesn't exist. Cool. And we should be seeing the train come in. Look at the timing on this. Look at the timing. Impeccable timing. What I'm really curious about is whether this one the station has filled up another train by the time this one is done unloading. It was 5,000 plus 5,000, so not quite, actually, not quite. That's going to be a bit of a hassle if... Yeah, so this is destination full. That means it's not leaving the station until there is another one full. But it's full now. All right, let's follow this one up here. First it goes in. These one grab a bit of coal, but the majority passes through, which will be processed in here. But we are still not getting any steam. Why not any steam? Because we're missing this one. Now notice that all of it is placed. These are all placed only on the north side of the belt. And this one's also placing north side of the belt. So the south side of the belt is not used at all. And the priority you can see means that anything that gets produced up here will be sliding in and take priority over the coal, so that we don't use the coal for this part. Of course, as these have coal in here, they will be more inclined to pick up more coal as they process until they can't pick up any more coal. You can see here they're all still burning the coal residual, but this one might actually be the first one to have to take the next one, have to take the other product. Let's go. And what we'll see here, this one is, as it goes up to 2,000, this one triggers and starts pumping out. If we hover over it, we can see that it like small bursts once in a while coming out. And that keeps these one pretty much saturated. Good. And they're working, converting into light oil. The light oil goes up here. and gets converted into petroleum. Petroleum flows in here and goes in and gets processed here into the plastic. Plastic goes out. Consolidate, 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 and even it out. And we now have plastic coming out in vast quantities. Well, in pretty good quantities. 324 per second is a pretty decent amount. We already have 12, and when we get to 32, then we'll have the first plastic train coming in here, getting picked up, but nowhere to go. And that's it. Isn't that amazing? I think it's pretty damn amazing. We have just designed our way through this. Well, we haven't designed all of it because the big part of this was designed by Jeff S. So big thanks to Jeff S for helping with the design, although you forgot the lights. That's how you can always see that design. If I use a design that doesn't have lights, it's probably something I've stolen from someone else instead of actually building it myself. It's funny how this is not there. How is this not keeping up? Oh, it's because someone's messed up something. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there was a mess up. There we go. Ah, yeah, you probably noticed that long ago, but I only noticed it now, but I did notice before I gave you the blueprint. So that is at least something. Cool. So, I would like to just extend the thanks to the Patreon supporters who are supporting, and the sponsor of this episode, and the sponsor of the next episode, whoever that might be. So thank you very much for anyone who's choosing to support the work I do here. And if you like these videos, this tutorial, it's not really a tutorial, but this Let's Play, and are enjoying the design process, then, well, drop a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, because there's lots more various building games, Factorio and other games on this channel continuously. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, take care, and as always, stay effective.